Hi there, my name's Clive Lewis. I'm the Labour MP for Norwich South. I'm here in Norwich now, sunny Norwich, and I'm also a member of the trade unions Unite and Unison. Look, I wanted to give a big shout of support to the comrades in the various trade unions, the NUM, ASLEF, GMB, are putting forward a motion in support of arming Ukraine. Now, those words don't come easy to me. Arming any country. The arms trade itself is not something that sits particularly comfortable with me. But we live in a world of shades of grey. And the reality is Ukraine is democracy. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's perfect, but then I'm sat here in the United Kingdom with a hereditary head of state, some of the most repressive anti-trade union legislation in the Western world, and a democracy that generates under first past the post governments with leaders like Liz Truss, Boris Johnson, and Rishi Sunak. So I'll give Ukraine no lectures on what its democracy should look like, but we can always strive for better, just as we can here. But here's the key thing. Ukraine is a democracy, Russia is an oligarchy, and Ukraine is defending itself. And whatever I think of the arms trade, whatever I think of war, and these aren't things that I particularly like, the reality is Ukraine needs our support. Ukraine needs to be able to defend itself, and this motion coming to the TUC would enable us to play our part in making sure that that happens. I couldn't make this video in Russia without probably disappearing or ending up in a grave deal of trouble. I could make it in Ukraine, and I think that tells us everything about whose side, the right side, to be on in this dispute. I want to see peaceful negotiations, but you can't go to a negotiating table with a gun to your head, which is what Russia would be doing now if it forced Ukraine to the negotiating table. I want to see a negotiated settlement, but I'm afraid to say it has to be between two countries that genuinely want a lasting peace. And I don't think that's possible at the moment until Russia removes itself from Ukraine. So support this motion and solidarity with Ukraine.